I'm just gonna play Hotline Miami while you're doing this.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair. All right, do you know anything about this game?
No, not even a little.
Well, you're gonna see the Wily stages.
Oh, what is this anyway? Seriously.
Well, the story is that a virus got unleashed, and Dr. Wily got kidnapped by a mystery robot, and as you can see, his fortress is all kinds of fucked up. It's actually kind of a neat design. This is an original fan-made game.
Oh, okay.
So this is all like original art and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, it looks very interesting for a Mega Man kind of game. Is it a fan game, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I also... What's the 2 under your energy bar?
My lives.
You know what's funny?
Is it that funny, whatever it is?
Yeah. Well, my first video game character, my favorite video game character is Mega Man, and growing up, it was one of my favorite games to play. Back then, I've only played Mega Man 2 through Mega Man 8, and I could never find a copy of the original Mega Man. About a year after Mega Man 8 came out, I went to an old video game store to pick up Super Mario World to give it to my older brother as a moving out gift. When I found an old copy of the first Mega Man game with the rather unappealing cover art torn off and leaving bits and pieces of the leftover sticker and Mega Man 1 written on it in black marker. Can you believe that happened to me?
Unbelievable.
No, I was just telling that story. It was the strangest thing. Absolutely. You know, it's also funny because I've never played the original Mega Man before, so I decided to buy it. I went to the checkout to buy the 2 games. I asked the clerk what happened to the Mega Man game's cover, and he told me that it was sold to him like that, and that the previous owner, who was about 8, wanted to sell the game right away. I asked him if he knows why, and he told me that all the kid said was, "Yellow Devil," and that the boy had a very scared look on his face, and wouldn't look at the clerk because all the kid could see was the, quote, red eye, unquote. The clerk then proceeded to tell me that he had gotten a newspaper that said the kid had been driven to insanity and landed into an insane asylum about a week after he sold the game, and that he's had this game for about a year or so. The kid kept hearing some noise that hurt his ears and kept seeing things, like an eye that would watch him wherever he went.
Sure, obviously.
Alright. A little puzzled by the story, I thanked the clerk and left, eager to try out the game. Who are all these people who buy these, like, shitty secondhand video games? Like, I can't fucking wait. It's written in magic marker and everything. Oh, shit. Thanks, Rurs. I got Just Cause for Steam.
It was $3. Don't look too much into it.
Does it play on Mac?
Probably.
Alright, good. Wow, thanks, buddy. But I gotta keep telling the story that happened to me.
Yeah.
About Mega Man.
Obviously.
Right. The whole time I was driving home, I was wondering about the boy who went insane. Wait, what? Did we skip a chapter? I thought he... Okay, whatever. Could it be because of this game? No, it couldn't. Alright. Besides...
No.
Besides, it is Mega Man we're talking about. How bad could it be? What?
How bad could it be?
What's he talking?
You were already kind of scared going into it?
How crazy could it make me? It's Mega Man. I went home and popped the game into my NES, and I was greeted with a title screen. I pressed start, and instantly there was a loud screeching sound coming from the game. Oh god. With a picture of a red eye appearing shortly after, lasting for about a split second. I was then greeted with the stage select screen. I saw all 6 robot masters. Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Man, Fireman, and Electman. Thank you. Let's include every little detail we can. One thing I found odd was the background was pitch black. The names of the robot masters were missing, and the robot masters themselves had bright red eyes. Oh, Jesus.
They were bright, man.
My brother, who had played the game before, told me that Cutman was the easiest boss, so I decided to follow his advice. I selected Cutman, but instead of displaying the robot master's name after selecting him, it said, "Leave now."
Leave now, man.
He's tough. The clear points display was left unaltered. I started the level and it was just a straightforward path. No enemies, no bottomless pits, nothing. It played Cutman's theme, which sounded nice, but as Mega Man started walking to the right, the theme became more and more demonic. Slowing down in tempo and lowering in pitch. At the end of the road was a boss door. Dun dun dun. I entered it, and there was Cutman. Before the fight started, Cutman said... Wait, what? Before the fight started, Cutman said...
He doesn't talk.
Mega Man, get out, or it will catch you, or it will catch you and take you along with it. The battle started, and I fought Cutman. All right. Uh-oh. During the battle, giant yellow spheres started to appear on the screen. They weren't coming from Mega Man. They were aiming at Cutman. What?
Uh-huh.
The spheres latched and formed over Cutman, and he started screaming while the thing slowly killed him.
Cutman is known for screaming.
Don't you think once they start talking on your Nintendo, that's about where you decide to stop? I mean...
Well, you want to get your money's worth.
After that, the screen went to black and showed a series of violent pictures of Cutman being suffocated. Suffocated?
Suffocated? He's a robot. He doesn't breathe.
Well, just in case, they got a contingency. Very violent pictures of Cutman being suffocated, crushed, and torn apart by the yellow mass.
At the same time?
Hey, there's multiple pictures here, a series of pictures.
Well, that's all the proof I need.
All that was left of Cutman was his head, a couple of limbs with blood all over the floor. I would like it if it was more like a violent kind of death, but when he died, he went into those little pew 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 kind of spheres that go everywhere,
Sure.
That was if I were writing this experience that I had. The loud screeching noise from before showed up, and this time it lasted longer.
Crabs. Crabs.
Oh, right. And text showed up saying, "They will all die."
Right.
And so will you. No one can escape the Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil? I started to remember what my brother said before about it. Yellow Devil was said to be the hardest boss in the game. A boss that would split into multiple parts and they would ram into Mega Man, causing a large amount of damage. He told me that he was a fat yellow blob with limbs that had a very creepy looking eye. An eye that was all black and had a red pupil. His description of the Yellow Devil reminded me of similar bosses found in Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 8. But he never told me that something like this was in the game. I assumed it was a hacked game at this point and found it kind of disturbing. Curiosity got the best of me.
You were disturbed, and this was the point you got disturbed.
But
this is kind of weird.
Curiosity got the best of me, so I continued playing. I'm pretty sure I've read that exact sentence in one of the previous ones I read in the stream before. I was sent back to the stage select screen to see that Dr. Wily's
I'm sorry, you can't say that in a foreboding way. The stage select screen.
Can't I?
Oh my god.
Just wait.
Okay.
There's a picture too, but...
well, of course there is.
This time I'm gonna let the stream see it first. I'm just gonna tweet this picture.
Alright, I'm busy anyway.
Alright. More horror. Tweeted.
Good job.
I just want to see the reaction here. Anyway. I was sent back to the stage select screen to see that Dr. Wily's castle is now accessible and that the rest of the robot masters were gone. I chose Wily's castle, and instead of displaying Wily's name, it just said, "You were warned. Now you will pay." And the best is, in the picture, they show Wily with red eyes. It says that, but then under it says clear points 200,000.
What?
After that, I was immediately transported there. I later learned that in the original game, Wily's name and the clear points display first disappear, then Wily would summon his flying saucer and fly off inside it, and then the player would be teleported to the stage. Woo! Things didn't happen in the exact order that I heard them. Anyway, when I entered the stage, 3 guesses on what color the sky was.
Red?
More specific?
Blood red?
The sky was blood red. And the castle was destroyed. Covered. It was covered. The sky was blood red in the castle.
Wait, was it hyper-realistic blood red?
No, it wasn't.
That's important.
I'm sorry. But listen, I have another quiz for you, okay?
Okay.
The castle was destroyed, covered in flames, and...
Okay, sorry, say that again?
The castle was destroyed, covered in flames, and blank.
Bones? Blood?
There we go.
Yeah.
Mega Man slowly walked
I didn't think it would be blood twice in a row.
Come on, look what we're talking about.
I know, I wanted to give it some benefit of the doubt.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Mega Man slowly walked into the remains of the castle to find Wily, Dr. Light, Roll, and the other robot masters on the floor. They all seemed to be dead, as there was blood on the floor and on their lifeless bodies. And then text from all the characters appeared saying, "Why didn't you save us? Turn back now. It's going to kill you. You cannot escape. The red eye. The red eye!"
Are they late for a plane?
I was going to say, maybe it was the flight they were on.
Yeah.
But, and as Mega Man continued to walk forward, I guess ignoring this, the yellow spheres from before came out behind him at an incredibly fast rate and formed a giant yellow creature with a demonic red eye. All it said was, "I am the Yellow Devil. No one can escape me." The creature was more more skinny than what my brother had described to me, and it had long, stretchable arms and legs. Oh, it's like Yellow Devil meets Slender Man. I get it. At the center was its eye. Its bright red, evil-looking eye. Blood poured from it and started to...
More blood?
It's just blood everywhere, let's just be honest.
I guess.
It might as well just be like type B blood dripped from it. And started to drift to the floor. It was just unsettling. The screeching noise immediately came back, only this time it was louder and lasted through the whole fight. The Yellow Devil stretched one of its arms and threw Mega Man across the screen multiple times. What? Draining my health until it was at 1 unit left. What?
Okay, see, it's this kind of detail that is a little unnecessary.
And slowly disfiguring Mega Man with every throw.
I forgot to use one of my 3 E-tanks I had.
It was like he was Dalsim in a way. I couldn't react in time because he was so quick. Soon the Yellow Devil split into multiple... How long is this? Oh, it's not that. Okay. Split into multiple forms and came hurling at Mega Man at such an incredibly fast pace, I couldn't have Mega Man dodge them. And with each part that hit Mega Man, he became slower and slower and couldn't jump. Shouldn't he have died if he had 1 unit of health left? Bam. Plot hole. Full of blood.
The only one.
It got to the point Mega Man couldn't move, and he was basically swallowed whole by the Yellow Devil.
You know, basically.
Yeah, more or less.
That's pretty much what happened.
The screeching noise got even louder as the giant yellow blob spat Mega Man out and revealed a mangled, ripped apart, blood dripped corpse. Well done. Well done.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome. The screen went black, and all that was shown was the corpse of Mega Man and a red eye formed behind it. We should just quit here. It's not going to get any better than that moment.
No, I don't think so.
The screeching noise got even louder and more high pitched as text appeared saying, "They are all dead. Now you're next." Then the words, "No one can escape the Yellow Devil," kept on forming on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
The text kept getting bigger and the screech getting louder and high-pitched, and soon after the red eye appeared again, with the screech reaching its maximum pitch and volume, piercing through my ears and, oh my god, and literally making them bleed.
Literally? My god.
I quickly...
Bleed with blood?
Oh my god, it's getting crazy.
Now it's getting crazy.
I quickly shut off the game and took it out of the console. I was really creeped out by the game and felt the urge to get rid of it by any means, even if it meant destroying it. I got a hammer from my garage, and I proceeded to violently smash the game to bits, and then threw the remaining pieces into my garbage can. I don't know what came over me. It was just a game, and from the looks of it, it was just hacked. Your ears bled! What are you talking about?
Just a hack. It happens.
Whatever. My older brother soon came home afterwards and asked me what was up. I told him what happened and explained what I witnessed. He didn't seem to believe me at first, but he soon gave in, stating he had never seen me this freaked out before. He then patted me on the back and asked me if I wanted to come by his new house and hang out there and watch some TV. I agreed and gave him the Super Mario World gift I mentioned before, and we drove to his house. Did he actually mention that before?
I don't think so. He did mention the word blood at a few points, though.
It was in the first paragraph. I just had to do a quick search, but anyway, blood.
Blood.
We talked about the game for a bit, believing it was hacked and that the kid who went insane probably had other mental problems and issues to deal with.
Unlike you, the author of the story.
We watched The Simpsons for the rest of the night, and I fell asleep after a while. Okay, here comes the obligatory video game dream sequence. I dreamt that I was walking to my house in the middle of the night. I soon went up to my driveway when all of a sudden my stomach started to hurt. It started to get worse, and soon I was vomiting and coughing out blood.
Oh, come on.
And this, yellow substance. So I guess he's talking to the yellow substance. Okay.
Must be some kind of yellow blood.
I continued this non-stop, oh god, until the yellow substance formed into the yellow devil.
Oh god, what?
He puked to Megaman, boss.
I'd like to see the code behind that game.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I then proceeded to run, but it grabbed me and threw me into my house door and then onto the concrete pavement, feeling broken and in so much pain. I tried to run away, but the yellow devil split into multiple pieces and proceeded to violently latch onto me until I was immobilized.
Okay.
I couldn't move. I couldn't yell for help because my mouth was covered up by the yellow devil. I was helpless. It then swallowed me whole, and all I could hear was my agonizing screams and a loud screeching sound. I felt my bones being crushed and my skin torn apart as if it violently ripped off my limbs, and every time I opened my mouth to scream, nothing came out. I struggled to escape, but it was no use. I just waited until it suffocated me. The last thing I could hear was,
It ripped off his limbs? How's he typing this?
Oh, this is the dream.
Oh, right.
Right.
Sorry, I got a little lost.
You might be wrong. You might be right, actually. You might have fucked that up, but you thought you could escape me, but you were wrong. No one can escape the yellow devil. He kept repeating, no one can escape the yellow devil, over and over again, getting louder and louder along with the screeching sound as I slowly suffocated. After that, I could see my mangled, lifeless corpse lying on the ground, with the red eye behind it, just like when I saw Megaman die.
I don't think it was just like that.
Okay, wait. I quickly wake up to see my brother making breakfast. Did you sleep in the kitchen? What are you talking about? And I proceed to tell him about my dream. He told me to calm down and told me to eat. Then he was the yellow devil. Blood. No, I'm kidding. And told me to eat. I was calm for the rest of that day. But that night, and every night after, I had the same dream. This dream kept on getting more violent and intense, with the screech getting louder and louder, the eye appearing over and over, my corpse being torn apart, people I cared about being violently gored before my very eyes. That wasn't in the dream. Soon I kept hearing the screeching sound in my head, and I became delirious. I kept on seeing the red eye wherever I went. The screeching noise kept ringing in my head. It never stopped. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't eat. I refused to sleep to avoid the dream. I just fell apart. My brother finally took me to see some help after a week, and even after all the treatment, it didn't help. I still had the nightmares. I still heard the sounds. I still saw the red eye. After about a month and a half of seeing my psychiatrist, though, I slowly became better. I had my month and a half. All right. You know, six sessions, you're done.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yellow Devil's not that bad, I guess. I had my moments here and there, but I recovered for the most part. To think that a game had this much impact on me, to think that it drove me to near insanity. As of now, I am almost fully recovered. I have the dream much less frequently, if not ever. I still sometimes hear the screeching sound, but it's very faint. The only thing that still occurs frequently is the red eye. It doesn't bother me as much now, but I can't stand to look at it after a while, watching me. And it didn't help that Capcom's recent Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 had their own unique versions of the Yellow Devil.
Was that in the story?
Yes, it is, really.
Oh, okay.
You know?
But I played him anyway.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Despite my psychiatrist strongly urging me otherwise.
I don't know if it was a psychiatrist so much as, like, you know, clever bot. You know? Looking back on it. I guess what the game said was true. No one can escape the Yellow Devil. The end.
Good story.
Good story. Thank you. I don't know what the author is.
Well, he's dead, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess so. No, he's crazy. If you'd like, we can read more.
What do you guys in the chat want? Or do you want to talk about this exciting game? Yeah, do more. No one gives a shit about this game.
I had 3 suggestions, but someone else put, what is it? Mega Man: The Ladder to Hell? Let me tell you the other suggestions I was looking at here, okay?
Okay.
Spyro the Dragon.
That's the title?
Yeah.
It's pretty innocuous.
The Tails doll is watching you. And Call of Duty's Secret.
We'll go for the latter one. That's Mega Man themed.
Okay, Mega Man Ladder to Hell.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just hit up old Google here. Ladder creepypasta. Mega Man 2, The Ladder to Hell.
My god.
Oh, there's video.
Well, of course there is.
Let me just play this real quick. I just want to see what's going on here. Well, it's a very blurry video. And nothing's really happening in it. Oh, it's game's glitching out. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Okay, that was really uninteresting, so let's just go back to the story now.
Alright.
Oh, whoops. Unfortunately, sorry, one sec here. I closed the window. Mega Man, Ladder to Hell, creepypasta. Oh, Roosh sent me one too on Steam. What is he saying? Oh, Godzilla. Godzilla's very picture-based. I don't know if I can do it on the stream. There's a Godzilla creepypasta that's...
Sure.
Alright, anyway. The Ladder to Hell. My parents and I walked down the cemetery in the middle of the cold rain. Everything was gray, not a bit of color to surround any area around us. My mom and dad were crying. I was just speechless. We continued to walk through the somber graveyard until we stopped. We stopped at the store. The store in the cemetery?
Okay.
Stone. I'm sorry, it's Stone. No, Stone. My parents and I walked down the cemetery in the middle of the cold rain. Wait, what? Everything was gray, not a bit of color turned. Wait, it just said this.
Blood?
Not yet. My mom.
Oh, sorry. Jump the gun.
Settle down here. My mom and dad were crying. I was just speechless. We continued to walk through the somber graveyard till we stopped. We stopped at the stone. It was a gravestone, of course, but we all fell silent at it. This is what it spelt.
He who spelt it dealt it.
Here lies Brandon Eriks, a great son and brother. R.I.P.
This is a Mega Man story?
It is.
Alright. Just checking.
Excuse me.
That's good.
Yes, that is my brother, and he is no longer with us. He took his own life, which my family and I can't understand why. He was 26 years old, lived in a small house, which he rented, and he never really seemed to have any problems. Or maybe he did, and we just didn't realize it. My mom kneeled down and said a prayer. My dad and I just remained silent. It was just 30 seconds of silence. The only sounds were the rainfall and my mother's whimpering. After that time, my mother made the sign of the cross and we walked away. We both got in the car and drove to the house, where there were the items he left us in his will. Needle cannon. Hard punch. No, I'm sorry, it's Megaman 3. All right, okay. When we got there, there was the key under the mat, so we opened the door and entered. For Mom and Dad, it appeared to be a sum of money he invested in some other miscellaneous items. For me, he left me his NES and his games. I accepted it, but still wondered why Mom and Dad got everything when all I got was the NES. I didn't mind, though, because I loved Nintendo. I was a Nintendo nut. We acquired everything, we got in the car and drove home. When we arrived, I went up to my room to hook up the NES. I knew that my brother would want me to play it and have fun. You think his dead brother passed down this cursed video game to him? Is that where this is going?
Kind of a dick if he did do that.
Before I kill myself, I'm gonna fuck up my brother, too. I plugged in the console and immediately opened the box of games. When I opened it, I was disappointed. In the entire box, there was only one cartridge. When I took the cartridge, however, my disappointment turned into joy. It was a copy of Mega Man 2 in mint condition.
Oh.
I was a Nintendo nut, we know. But my all-time favorite video game series is Mega Man. I played Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man Battle Network.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, that's good. It ended there because I was afraid that was going to turn into like the Forrest Gump scene with the shrimp. But I loved them all. And now I'm playing the original Mega Man 2. This was so awesome. But one thing confused me a bit.
All that blood.
This game was in mint condition. It doesn't look like it has been played once. Also, the NES looks kind of new as well. One thing that occurred to me, however, if Brandon were to get an NES, why didn't he play the games? I soon brushed this off and put in the cartridge, waiting for the epicness that was Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
He got over his dead brother pretty quick.
I mean, Mega Man 2, it's classic.
I can't believe Brandon killed himself. Oh my god! Video game!
Sweet!
Oh my god. When I turned on the console, I was immediately greeted with the soothing melody of the intro, giving a little backstory of Mega Man and how he has to stop Dr. Wily. Soon the screen was going up the building, music building up, and boom! Awesome music plays with Mega Man standing on the building. I selected normal mode to start the game. With that, Mega Man acquired his helmet. Really?
Got acquired
his helmet and teleported off the screen. I then hit start and was brought to the boss menu. I know a lot of people decide to beat Metal Man first to get the metal blade.
Just in case you doubted, I actually had Mega Man 2.
Let's talk about general strategy before the horror. But I decided to do my own boss order. So the first boss I decided to fight, Woodman. I selected Woodman. Thank you, that's how you do it. His boss intro played and I was teleported to his forest stage. I walked along the stage, shooting up bubble bats and rabbits.
Huh? When
I came to the parts with the hot dogs, giant fire-breathing robot dogs, I played it carefully, but eventually defeated them. Oh my god. We're going through the whole stage? Seriously? I then got up to the part with the platforms, where I had to avoid the peepees and monkings. I shot them and got back on the terrain. Oh, here we go. Then the strangest thing happened to me. When you get back on the terrain, there will be a dead end with a ladder that you have to go down. I was deciding to just screw around, so I jumped before the ladder and hit the wall. Instead of just normally hitting a wall and getting back on the ground, however, Mega Man went into the wall, shot out from the other side of the screen, and walked into the terrain palette. Man.
Mega Man.
I was dumbfounded when this happened, but I tried to find a way out. Mega Man could still move and jump, but now when I pressed the B button, he would raise his Mega Buster and making the shooting noises, but nothing would cut out. I just jumped around like an idiot for a while until I accidentally hit down on the D-pad. This caused Mega Man to go down a ladder, but there was no ladder there. Curiosity.
What?
You've heard me.
You just directly contradicted yourself.
Yeah. Even more. This caused Mega Man to go down a ladder, but there was no ladder there. Curiosity overtook me, and I went down the ladder.
And then curiosity killed everyone.
So we got two votes for there being a ladder and one for there not being one.
Okay.
Right as Mega Man climbed down, he disappeared from the screen with the dying sound playing. I then respawned, but I was wondering what the fuck just happened. That's when it occurred to me. Did I discover a new glitch? Yes, the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Congratulations.
Right, good job. Yay. All right. I went past the platform and went to the wall. I jumped against it, but nothing happened. I knew something had to happen, so I continued to jump against the wall. Finally, after about 6 minutes, I was in the wall. Mega Man was walking backwards. This is the most realistic story that we've read so far, at least.
Yeah. Everything checks out.
So I was just continued jumping to the right and eventually got the glitch to work again. Mega Man was absorbed by the wall and shot from the other side of the terrain. I went over to where the ladder was supposed to be. Mega Man climbed down it. The dying sound was heard as he disappeared. Wait, this was awesome! Not only was I playing the original Mega Man 2, but I also found a new glitch in the game. Due to there being an invisible ladder where Mega Man will die when climbing down, I decided to call this the Ladder to Hell glitch. That is when I... Oh
okay.
God. That is when I decided I must capture this on video. So I got my camcorder and turned it on.
And this is where the video file you got came from?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was almost dead, so I had to make the most of it. I respawned, got the platform part over with, and started jumping against the wall. I turned on my camcorder and started taping it. Although it did take me a while, I was able to pull off the glitch. Mega Man shot through the terrain, I walked down the ladder to hell, causing Mega Man to die. Once I pulled off the glitch, my camcorder died, but I was able to save the footage before it died. I will upload it later. Well, okay, here we go.
Alright.
Well, since I used up my 3 lives, I guess it was off to the title screen, but no. Instead, I was greeted with the strangest screen I have ever seen. At first, the screen was dark for about 10 seconds. Then in the middle, a Mega Man head appeared, looking like how the 1-ups looked in the game. Except this one had no helmet, had red hair, and instead of the smiling face a 1-up face would have, it had a stern face.
Stern.
An emotionless face. What disturbed me the most was its eyes. They were blank white with no pupils or anything. Exactly. I broke out my stopwatch. No, I'm kidding. For 20 seconds, it just stared at me with those eyes. I felt a wave of uneasiness flow through me. I felt intimidated by this face. At the same time, I had another feeling. I felt a presence from the face, a presence I know I felt before. After those 20 seconds, the chase then changed from an emotionless look to an evil and terrifying smile. Bold text came on for about 3 seconds. I was able to read the text. It read, "Thanks for the help, Buffy." Alright. Buffy, I swear to God I've heard that name before. Where have I heard it, though? What's happening with this game? What the hell was that? I had questions which I know could not be answered. So I just decided to shake off that experience and continue with the game. Any gamer would just turn off the game at that point, but I thought it was just a hidden screen Capcom put in for hackers, just like the hidden screen for Sonic CD. Thanks. When I got back to the boss menu, I picked Metal Man as I had had enough of Woodman's theme for one sitting. I selected Metal Man, the boss intro played, and I was teleported to the industrial stage. I ran across the tread floors and continued with the stage. This is when I noticed something. The enemies were gone. Not one enemy was in sight. I continued with the stage and eventually got to the boss door. I entered the boss door to walk into the area before the boss, which acted as a checkpoint. But as I continued to fight Metal Man, Mega Man paused in the middle of the room. The level theme went silent. The sounds of the charging and firing of a charge shot were heard. Then the dying noise that the bosses made as they exploded was heard. When it appeared to be over, I walked into the boss room. The floors were no longer moving and Metal Man was nowhere in sight. However, there was a square sprite in the middle of the room. I walked over to the sprite and touched it. Upon doing so, a screen popped up. It was the same dark screen with that same face, except the text was different. "You're too late, sap," it read. There it is again. That familiar presence, that familiar name. What does it all mean? Also, if it was this thing that killed Metal Man, why did he do it? What did this thing want from me? As I progressed through the game, my questions started getting more and more abundant. I felt as if these questions are going to be answered. I will have to keep playing. When the screen disappeared, Mega Man teleported out of the stage. As always, I was given the option to continue to get a password. I chose continue to get back to the boss screen. When I got there, there was no music and I couldn't move the cursor. I heard charging noises for a buster, and then a sound I can only describe, oh god, as sounding like the sound effect of PK Thunder in Mother 1, Earthbound 0, except the sound lasted for about 8 seconds. A screen then flashed showing the remaining 7 robot masters exploding and dying. The screen then faded to a black screen of text verses. It said, "Please, I give up. Don't hurt me. You are one of them, one of the last things that he would care about. Now get up." No, no. Get up, you old fuck. I was shocked when this screen popped up. My mouth was gaping open. There's no blood, at least. I have to give it that.
Yet.
We're about 2/3 through it.
Hmm.
Anyway, I was shocked when this screen popped up. My mouth was gaping open. I knew one of the voices that was that thing that killed everything, but what was the other voice? Was that Dr. Wily? One of the last things he was caring about. Is that referring to me? What the hell's going on with this game? Then, the symbol for the Wily levels appeared in the middle of the screen. So I selected them reluctantly and started the levels.
I kept playing.
I was terrified at this point, but I still continued. Instead of the cutscene where it showed Wily and his UFO flying to this castle, it just teleported Mega Man to the last level of the cave. I walked through the cave level, avoiding the red drops from the ceiling that would cause damage. The lack of music and all of the experiences leading up to this gave me an incredibly uneasy feeling. When I finally got to the boss door checkpoint, I walked through the door leading to the boss and prepared for a fight. It was probably smooth. When I entered the boss room where the fight would take place, I felt my heart stop a bit. In the middle of the room was the full sprite of that thing that had been tormenting me the whole game. It looked just like Mega Man, except its armor was dark instead of blue. And it still had its terrifying facial features. Next to him was Dr. Wily. He was on his hands and knees, begging for mercy like when you beat him. Wily kept begging and begging, until I saw the evil Mega Man shake his head in disappointment. He then raised and charged his buster. Oh god, the screen went black as I heard the same PK Thunder sound from earlier, but at the same time I heard what I believed was an 8-bit scream.
What I believe.
The screen switched back. Dr. Wily was gone. The evil Mega Man turned to Mega Man, raised his buster, and began charging. I tried moving, hitting every button rapidly. I was terrified beyond anything, and I was panicking. I couldn't move, and then he fired his buster. A huge blast of red, hellish-looking beams hit Mega Man. More 8-bit screaming was heard as Mega Man's sprite dissolved into beams.
He's a big fan of passive voice.
Yeah, really. When there were no other characters on the screen except for it. Oh, and incomplete sentences. The damn thing looked at me with those empty eyes. The screen started to fade to black, only to reappear showing the things as a detailed 8-bit image, like how Mega Man looked in the cutscenes of his later games. The image showed the head, shoulder, and torso of the thing. Its smile was filled with sharp teeth, red hair was all messy, and the eyes were still empty white that pierced the soul. A text box suddenly appeared on the top, with a response feature with letters to use at the bottom. So I guess I was going to talk to this thing? Dear God, why? What did I get myself into? Well, here's the conversation. Hello, sap. Why are you doing this? Oh, what? I can't play with my favorite Buffy? What the hell is...
Huh?
Why do you keep calling me those names? You honestly don't remember? Typical. Who are you? And here I was thinking we were brothers, Aaron. This part's not part of the dialogue. Brothers? What? How did it know my name? Was this thing Brandon? No, impossible. There is no way. Brothers? Now he's speaking. Brothers? Brandon? Of course, Sap. You were always a bit slow, Buffy. I remember now. Buffy was what I called him as a toddler since I couldn't pronounce brother. I was never really as smart as him and was never the most athletic, so he called me Sap. Dear God, this demon, is my brother. Brandon, why are you doing this to me? Kill yourself. What? That's kind of my reaction, too.
Wow.
You were always the favorite one. You always took Mom and Dad's attention. When it was my birthday, they forgot about it to watch your stupid school play. How is this going on through the medium of Mega Man 2? Exactly.
Just roll with it.
When I had my high school graduation, they were off getting you prepared for some stupid end-of-the-year dance for school. What really broke me was when they didn't even show up to my college graduation to watch your championship track meet. Wow, his parents really do like the other kid better.
Wow.
They were never there for me because you were the golden boy. It was because of you why I suffered years of depression. Then I remembered how much you liked Nintendo, so I got you these gifts and did a little something to them. Like what? I was speechless. All of those years I caused my brother so much pain, while I just happily continued life without caring. I had no idea what to say at this point, so I ended up asking a stupid question. What did you do to this game?
Not really a stupid question. It's kind of salient, I think.
Oh god, I know you can't resist the good old glitches in games. So I made one, only for you to bring out the demon which you created. You hacked it?
That's his first reaction?
Yes. A little something more than that, complicated to explain. Brandon, I'm so sorry. You're sorry. You made my life hell and you're sorry. You ruined me. You killed me. And you're fucking sorry? You little shit. You don't deserve to live. Do you have any idea of the pain you've caused me? The torment? You ruined my life. It is because of you why I am dead. You killed me. You caused Mom and Dad's unhappiness. Just do us a favor and kill yourself. I didn't respond. I was too busy crying. He was right about everything. Well, it seems like... Well, why did Dr. Wily have to suffer is my question.
Yeah.
Well, it seems I got to you. Just to get over all the damage you've done. I hope you suffer like I did. No, goodbye, Aaron. See you in hell. The image of Brandon then changed to show him holding the Mega Buster up to his head. George jumped and the screen went black. The thunderous shooting noise booming through my speakers, nearly giving me a heart attack. It has been 2 weeks since then. I can't take it anymore. I don't deserve to live. I killed my brother, ruined my family forever. What kind of non-human fuck does that? I am preparing my noose right as I write this. Wait, how?
Huh?
How many hands did you have?
How is that possible?
I can't live life anymore. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry for what I've done, for killing Brandon, for doing so much harm. I hope you can forgive me. Brandon, please forgive me. I never meant it, but now I'm going to hell like I deserve to. Goodbye, everybody. Love, Aaron Erickson. Yep.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, shame.
I know. Killed himself over, Oh my god, the chat is, like, insane. I can't follow it.
I can't either, I'm kind of busy. Any questions about the game?
About the one you're playing?
Yeah.
No, no one's here.
It's gonna become haunted any second now.
It looks kind of haunted.
It is.
Let's see here.
Any other Mega Man creepypastas?
Oh, I'm sure there are. Let's see here. I found a couple before that weren't Mega Man, like Earthbound and one other game, but let me go for Mega Man creepypasta.
Mega Man Unlimited creepypasta, please.
How about Mega Man N64, Mega Man Dies?
Okay.
I just want to... I'm just trying to see if this is like a joke one or anything like that. Oh god. Okay, this is short.
Alright.
Mega Man's a great game, and everyone can agree with that. Back then, I sadly didn't have a copy. I really wanted to get one, but I didn't have a lot of money at the time. My parents won't buy it for me until my birthday, so I decided to go looking on eBay. I only found a copy, which is weird because there's usually much more results. I clicked on that one, and it was the Japanese version. It was titled Rakuman. Okay, man. Rockman was the original Mega Man's name in Japan. The game was only 99 cents. Considering that this is the first Mega Man game, that was plain weird.
It was.
I bought it and it shipped in about a week. Oh my god, really? I opened and that box faster than ever before. And I plugged in my NES.
Okay.
Time to play some Mega Man, I thought. Who thinks like that? Time to read some stories, I thought. The title screen with the 6 different beatable characters popped up, but I only able to choose Cutman.
I only able to choose Cutman.
I didn't really care at the time. I would now. He was supposedly the easiest. And I just went along with it. I entered the level, and the level was extremely glitched. The background was a dark pink, and every block had a different texture. I began to reach for the cartridge to take it out and retry, but I was curious. I started going the way I was supposed to, killing some oddly colored enemies, and when I reached Cutman's room, the door opened and it teleported me to the beginning of the level. I was about to turn the game off when I noticed something was off. The points number at the top of the screen was red, and it read 9999999.
Which is 666 upside down.
Oh my god, you're right. Except there's 7 of them. I think. The health bar was bright red. I continued to play the level and I reached Cutman's room. I entered the boss room hoping the game wouldn't reset again, and I realized that Cutman wasn't there. The door shut behind me and nothing was happening. I began to look around and investigate. What? But nothing happened. Oh god, for 3 minutes I was walking across the room hoping something would happen. Then Mega Man died. I was very confused and I stared at the screen. Here's the weird part. It said game over, and I didn't have any life left. So I decided to try again, realizing that the game was glitched and it was a bad copy. This time, however, the menu screen popped up and the 6 robot masters all had red eyes and strange colors. Cutman was pink, Bombman was red, Iceman was purple, and so on.
Wait, you can't say and so on.
I'm glad he did. I don't want to go through the other thing.
Okay.
I could choose any robot master I wanted, and I went with Fireman.
Oh.
Fireman was pitch black except for his large red eyes. I started the Fireman stage like normal, and everything was back to normal. I began to play, and it was just like a normal level. We get it. I began to wonder what happened before. Then I decided it didn't matter. I messed up, I got killed by an enemy, and the screen flashed random colors, and a high-pitched radio signal went on for a second and a half. I freaked out and dropped my controller and backed up. The normal try again screen was up, and it said I had 1 life left. Okay, that was scary. What? I tried to decide whether I was going to pick up the controller and play again, and I decided I would try again. I pressed play again, and I was back in the level. One thing was off on the level. The Fireman music wasn't playing. It was the end boss music playing. Wow, what a glitched up game, I was thinking to myself. I began to play and didn't die for the whole level. I had gotten to Fireman's room. The door opened and I was in the hallway. Then all of a sudden, a big eye came out of nowhere and killed me. The screen flashed black and the red letters, Megaman_died, appeared on the screen. And I could hear the high-pitched radio sound again. I threw my controller at the wall and I ran back to the back of the room again. I took deep breaths and realized this wasn't a good game and I was gonna throw it out.
This game kind of sucks.
I grabbed the cartridge and pulled it out. The black screen with Mega Man died letters were still on the screen. I turned off my TV and wondered if I should get help. I turned the TV back on and a glitched up face of Dr. Wily appeared on screen. His eyes were bloodshot and his lab coat was covered in splotches of blood. The TV turned off by itself after a second or two, and that was the end of it. I threw out the broken cartridge and I went to the eBay page next morning. I was going to yell at him for scaring the crap out of me, but the page wasn't there. It didn't matter much to me, but it still scared the crap out of me. I don't know what happened or how it happened, but I'm glad it's all over. I guess Megaman died. So, what did this have to do with Mega Man N64?
Yeah.
All right.
That did get us through these 9 refights, though, so thanks for that.
All right, cool. No problem at all. 9 refights?
9. I wasn't saying no, I was saying 9.
Oh.
As that's the accurate number, yeah.
Oh, I see, yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see here.
We're actually pretty close to the end.
Oh, should I not bother reading anymore?
Oh no, keep going. The last fight is a drag.
Super Dedio.
Super Dedio?
Mm-hmm. That's really short. I think it might be a joke, too. Or no, it's not, just stupid.
Joke creepypasta's impossible.
They're pretty bad, I've seen a couple. Alright. Oh, here we go. Tracy, a Mega Man ghost story.
Tracy?
Tracy.
Okay.
Tracy Man, that's the full Robot Monsters.
Okay, right.
Alright, this looks like a real one. Okay. I held the cartridge, not knowing what to do. Paranoid as to what happened next, because what seemed like an entirely innocent game turned out to be a terrible nightmare. I'll start the story where it should properly begin, at my house. What?
Okay.
Where all good stories begin.
Yeah.
I was sitting on my bed when my mom came in her room and asked me if I could go to the store and pick up some soda, the usual for her. But this time, she said she'd give me $10 for doing so. I didn't turn it down. I was just an old pro doing some wet work. No, sorry. I didn't turn it down. Now with $10 to my name and having already picked up the soda, I contemplated what I would do with the money. It was a nice day, so I could have gone and spent some time while here with some friends and gotten some drinks and a pizza. But instead, I decided to go down to a Goodwill that was right near my house. I walked in and looked in the glass cabinet they have by the door, the first place I go to every time, and saw something I had been looking for at the time. A copy of Mega Man 3 for the NES. Do these people not know about emulators?
Apparently not. Well, those can be haunted too, to be fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
It was in great condition, little to no wear. But the cart did have some scratches on it, slightly noticeable. They wanted $5.50 for it, so I decided to look around while I thought about it. After about 10 to 15 minutes of looking through pointless junk, I decided to go pick up the game, and I was incredibly satisfied with my decision. I wasn't given a bag for it, so I just carried it. I noticed a rattling sound coming from inside, not like a screw, but like paper, so I rushed home to see what it was. I walked in the door and went to my room, shut the door, and pulled out the tool I needed to open the cart. Sure enough, I was right. There was a folded up note in there, taped up, and it looked fairly recent. Maybe a month or so old. I grabbed my knife and cut the tape to read it, and I read what seemed to be instructions. Whatever you do, don't let go of the controller. Keep playing until the game is finished, but keep your guard up. I took the note into consideration because I can easily beat Mega Man 3 in less than 5 hours.
Again, it's always these random little video game tidbits that get dropped into these stores.
Like, he's hoping, like, somebody's reading this, like, wow, under 5 hours, this guy's cool.
Wow.
And it was the weekend, so I had all day. And besides, some of my all-time favorite video games, I'm not going to put it down that easily. I pulled my NES out of the closet and dusted it off with a dry rag, seeing as it hadn't been played in almost a year. Got the nostalgic feeling of blowing dust out of the cartridge. It placed the game firmly into the system. As I turned it on, everything loaded up normally, so I figured the note was a joke. Anyways, I was happy that there were no problems, and it started out with Needle Man, my starting point of choice. I worked my way up until you have to beat the Robot Masters from Mega Man 2, and had to go to the bathroom. I was somewhat paranoid about the note, but I didn't mind because there's nothing bad going on. Until I tried to place the controller on my dresser. A sharp pain went from my hands to my shoulders, and what sounded like a girl in her teens, maybe even my age, saying something came from the speakers of my TV. Stop! A little scared at this point, I shut both the system and the TV off to go to the bathroom. Once finished, I came back to my room and waited a little bit to turn the game on again, not knowing what would happen next. Didn't he shut it off? I waited about an hour or so until Mom and Dad had left to go to a friend's house for a birthday party that day. I reluctantly turned on the game, picked up the controller, and put in the password to start back where I was. I started back at the stage select and tried setting the controller down again just to see if I was imagining it. Nothing happened, so I continued playing, starting with the bosses and Shadow Man stage. Everything was normal until I got to an enemy that wasn't normally on the screen. And I know this because I've been playing the game. I played through the game enough to know. It was one of those rabbit things, I call them, but it didn't move. It just sat there, looking at Mega. I went to jump over it after about 2 minutes, then heard, "What's wrong? Am I so different from the others that you just ignore me and keep moving?" What? I ignored this and kept moving. Okay. The first gate came up, and I knew I was up against Woodman. Simple, I thought to myself, but oddly easier than before. After I had laid waste to the pot, I headed to the gate to go into the second half of the map. It wouldn't open. I was trapped. I stood in the ruin for about 30 seconds and went to reset the game, and then I heard the teleporting noise. The rabbit was there. I was starting to worry at this point. You ignored me, and now you're trapped here just like me. How does it feel, being restricted to move forward because of someone else? It sucks, doesn't it? The girl said. The girl? Who or what are you? I shouted at the screen, not looking for an answer until she gave me one. My name is Tracy. I've been stuck here for so long, hoping someone would get me out, but everyone just ignores me and it makes me upset, so I trapped them here with me. I began to freak out, thinking about turning off the game and getting rid of the cartridge for good. It was only $6. I could always get the money back.
Sure.
Why do you keep thinking of getting rid of me? She had read my mind somehow. What did I ever do to you? She started to cry. All you people think about is what you want, and you don't pay attention to me. I was neglected by my parents and never had any friends. Everyone thought I was strange and so different from everyone else. I cried myself to sleep every night, hoping one day I'd have something that everyone else had, but that never happened. This game was my escape from the real world. I always played it day and night. If I was at school, I'd think about coming home to it. It was my only friend. What? I began to tear up with her story because I've been there.
You have?
I know how that feeling of loneliness is because I was there for a while. My sister had all the attention and my escape was Pokemon. But I started trying to stand out and be someone, and I made friends and started to be someone. I know how you feel, Tracy. I've been there before. She was crying. I could hear it ever so faint. What do you know? You aren't me, and you don't know what I went through. She was angry, and I could feel it through the controller. The pain getting stronger.
You had the rumble pack on?
I think so.
Okay.
It felt as if spikes were running through my veins. You want to know what happened? She finally said. Yeah. I began to tear up from all the pain. My hands gripping the controller tighter and tighter out of my control. My mother and father left me at home one night to go drinking with their friends, and I was sitting in my room, playing and feeling somewhat happy for once because I didn't have to hear them yelling at each other or at me for no reason. They came home about midnight, came up to my room, and asked why the hell I was still awake. I didn't answer immediately, and my mother came up to me and grabbed me by the collar and threw me against the wall. I could smell so much alcohol in her breath, so much that I could almost tell exactly what they had been drinking. My back hurt, and I was in a lot of pain, and they began yelling at me and telling me how worthless I was and how little I'd achieved in life and how much they'd wished I was never been born, and all these things that just made me cry. I screamed at them and told them to leave. A rabbit's telling them all this? But they didn't, so I snapped. I grabbed What? I grabbed the closest thing to me that I could use, my controller. It beat my mother to death, and then my father. Their blood was all over the floor. My hands and controllers covered in it. I sat there crying and feeling a small amount of freedom, and that's what I had realized what I had done. I murdered my parents. I truly had nothing left. I grabbed a kitchen knife from the kitchen and killed myself. I killed myself, and no one cared still.
No, you didn't.
After hearing her story, we grew silent for a while.
No blood details?
There was some blood on the controller when she beat my parents.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, sure, no problem. We grew silent for a while. She was still sobbing. The pain in my arms was intense, and the grip on my controller was so strong that my hands had begun to bleed.
Oh.
She broke the silence. Now you know. That's what happened to me. Now tell me, do you know what I've been through? Have you been through the same thing? Before I could get an answer, she answered for me. No. You'll never ever know what pain I've been through. The screen became black. I was crying out in pain, but I knew Mom and Dad wouldn't be home for at least another 2 hours. I sat trying to figure out what to do, and then I asked her, "Why me? Why are you doing this to me? I never hurt you. I never meant to meet you, but you put me through so much pain. Why?" Silence. Silence. She didn't answer for about 10 minutes. Why? I wanted a friend. What? I exclaimed. There's better ways to make a friend than to torture them. There was a pause. It seemed like a
citation needed.
There was a pause. But it seemed like it had dragged on for 3 hours. Stay with me? She replied. I waited to make my answer, shocked at what had been said. Well, she replied. I thought to myself what the consequences would be if I didn't listen to her. Would I be trapped like her? Would I lose it all? I came to a conclusion, as hard as it was. Yes, I'll keep you here. Good, as long as you have this cartridge, I'll be here. She sounded happy, and I was relieved due to the fact that my hands had been freed. I turned out the console, pulled out the game, and held it in my hand. I was paranoid as to what would happen next, but I knew it would be best to keep it with me. In the end, Tracy was my only friend. Everyone left me and ignored me, just like they had done to Tracy. The end.
Good story.
Horror. It was scary. I wish she had taken it out and just thrown out the cartridge anyway. That was more like a romance than a horror story. My video game girlfriend. What are you fighting? Oh, it's a cutscene.
It's Zero.
That's Zero?
That's what I'm led to believe.
It doesn't really look like him. I don't understand why they have. Oh.
And Mega Man's dead, by the way.
Oh. No, he isn't. He has one little unit left, I can see. I saw this trick in a previous creepypasta.
Alright. And he gets back up. Give him a hand.
Yay.
Huh, you can't.
Why are you switching weapons during all this?
I don't know.
Is this the end of the game?
Yes.
Alright, let's watch what happens.
I lost my Buster.
Oh my god, what the fuck? How?
Zero tore it off. I can't do anything. I can't fire my weapons.
Wow, this really is like a terrible story.
Yeah. But he's so enthusiastic going through doors still, so let's give him that.
Alright. How did you beat Zero if he ripped off your arm?
I didn't. Oops, shit.
Well, how did he get hurt?
Programming error.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is that.
And Rush doesn't like us now that we don't have our arm, apparently.
Why is Mega Man what's with his eyes?
He's blazed, man.
Oh.
He's tired. He's taking a nap.
This seems like a creepypasta. I can't go on.
It is. You know, his fortress kind of stands out.
Yeah, actually, it's right through a highway. Or, no, electrical lines or something.
Well, it was. Thanks, Zero.
Oh, boy. Have you finished this game before?
Yes. No, this game is much too hard to play through blind.
I see.
Yeah. I'd recommend it, though.
Oh, okay. You've not seen the ending?
Yeah. Well, you play Mega Man for the story. Clearly.
Classic.
Every time.
All right.
Now, a quick game of Operation.
These are really good graphics, though. Like, it looks like an official game, you know?
Oh, yeah. They spent like 5 years, or the one dude spent 5 years on this, I think, more or less.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See, at least that Cave Story guy got an original game out of it.
True.
But... Trauma Center Mega Man. If only. 5 years on this one sequence.
Had to get that hug perfectly down.
And then blood came out of Mega Man's face.
And Dr. Light's beard. His beard wasn't white, it was hyper-realistic blood red.
Which is also white.
Right. ...
I thought Dr. Wily was gone or whatever.
Or was he?
Oh. What power? What power?
Anyway, let's celebrate.
Yay. But he also knew that he would never give up. Aw. Good for you, Mega Man.
And that's when he picked up an odd-looking copy of Mega Man 2.
No, why?
No!
Oh, Hammerman. Wait, Hammerman, isn't that the old, like,
Hammerman is a mid-boss.
Oh, I see. And there's Nailman, I get it.
Yeah. Can you believe that that is Nailman?
Master of Construction, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow, he had a mobile at 52. How is that possible?
And that is Tankman.
Oh. Alright.
Very patriotic robot.
Absolutely. His head is a turret?
Well, he's got one strapped to his back.
Oh, alright. I thought this said Snoop Dogg for a second.
Did you know that Tankman has a mobile of 40?
I noticed he's also has a gas turbine. Aw.
Who would win in a race between Rush Jet and Jetman? And Beat, because he was there also.
I'm gonna go Jetman because Rush kind of runs out of fuel like a second.
Wait, he's powered by solar power? But I was nighttime in his stage.
I think you found a fatal flaw.
Yeah.
Glue? There's a glue man?
There was a glue man. You didn't pay attention?
No, I didn't watch that.
I fought him.
I wasn't in the stream. Why would I bother?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, also solar powered.
Well, he was inside.
Well, I guess if you had a
Oh my god, he's killing everyone!
what is that? Trinitro Man?
That's my understanding.
Oh, so I guess like TNT or whatever?
Master of Explosion. Please.
Blast power. So he powered himself. Whoa. Oh yeah, and there's a thing, if you shot the top of his head, you automatically died or something.
Hey, Slowbeef, a rainbow. Would you believe that there's a rainbow man?
What? It looks just like a rainbow, too.
Yeah, see?
You know what helps convey rainbows? The color green. And that's it.
And Rainbow Man is powered by thunder.
Oh, sure he is.
Duh.
The Master of Storm. What does the SWM stand for?
Who do you think that is?
Hairman?
Close enough. Yo-Yo
What?
Man.
Shut up.
No.
He looks like Beethoven, man.
Those yo-yos are much too big for those children.
Oh my god. Accidental child murderer, Yo-Yo Man.
Yo-Yo Man powered by fun.
Master of Cutting, how? What the fuck? Comet Woman?
Comet Woman.
Are her and Jetman like an item?
That's for the extended universe to decide.
I see, gotcha.
Yeah. Master of Space.
Well, solar power, at least, it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Should be in Mario Galaxy. Robot just twists his neck.
Is there a chess man?
Yes.
Yoku Man? What the hell's Yoku Man?
He's the master of Yoku.
What is that? Illusions.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have a bunch of question marks here, whatever.
Master of huh?
And you.
Powered?
We already saw the cast. Oh, we have to go through all the friggin' like.
Yeah. No, these were actual people who got hired for this game.
Oh, okay.
Real people.
Oh, Forgift. He's my favorite.
Remember Platypresser?
And
and our good friend Chicken Bomb?
Chicken Bomb's kind of awesome. Honestly.
Oh, he is awesome.
It's like something you'd get at KFC if you're really fucking hungry.
And Repuricon.
I liked the Hologram Mark II, and the Hologram Mark I just wasn't working out. Metalaser, Metank, Metroid. I don't know.
It's in captivity.
Oh man, Sniper Joe E.
The dreaded skate bot.
Not, oh my god, Tony Hawk, look out.
More like Tony Stark.
Scorpion.
Laser Devil.
No! You can't keep him down. Oh, Shadow Megaman. Wait, that was in the other one.
Yo, I'm a chaser.
Oh my gosh. Here's the staff. Felipe Poland. Oh, here we go. You got some other people to do the gameplay.
Yeah. Motion capture by.
Good job, Jocelyn. And Felipe Poland.
I see Capcom finally pitched in a little bit with the sound effects. Jeez, lazy people.
My god. Adobe Flash, Photoshop, Bitman Fopwriter. Wow. Good job, 10 beta testers.
Richard Dawkins.
Wait, what?
Wasn't he? Interesting.
God is but a delusion, and also can I get Hammerman to jump a little higher, please?
I have some notes.
Dear God, that's a lot of people to thank. Oh, the Poland family. And Proto Dude, of course.
Obviously.
Rockmanpn.com.
And the backs. Hey, you're welcome for streaming this. Where's my thank you?
Mega Phil X. Look for Mega Man Limited on Facebook. Mega Phil X.
My goodness.
Yes.
And there's actually a hidden credits scene at the end. After credits scene.
Oh my god.
If I'm remembering correctly. There's a reason to stick around.
Wow.
This is where Dr. Light talks to Ocelot.
Whoa. Is there going to be a sequel that takes 10 years to make? ... Why don't you stop being obtuse and just fucking tell us, Dr. Light?
Dr. Light discovered creepypasta.
I could write all of my fanfiction.
And that's it.
Oh.
I hope that end credit scene was worth it.
That was pretty stupid.
Yeah. So we'll see you again in 5 to 10 years for the next stream.
Alright. Next time I'll read some Earthbound and stuff.
Right. I hope you all had fun.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Shall we call it?
Let's call it. Blood to Rights.
Blood to Rights. Hyper-realistic.